Gang gang, fire, fire.
Creepers go pow, creepers go pow, fire, fire. Enderman.
Yes, come in. Hey, boss, bad news. We're getting more comments about our recent minigame upload. What, about Anvil Drop? Yeah, more people accusing you of stealing minigame ideas. What, more of them? Afraid so. This time it's user Vocatron. Here, take a look. Bro, this was my idea, you scum. Stop copying. This guy has 42 subscribers. How can they expect me to know what everyone else has ever done? Fine. Just send him the usual. What, 50 grand in a bouquet of flowers? No, the other usual. Over the past 3 months, I've made videos on 20 Minecraft minigames I've invented, and I thought why not hop on the hottest trend from 4 years ago and make a tier list out of them. Which ones are the best and which ones are the worst? I'll be ranking them based on how fun they are to actually play. So while it is a bit cool that I made working Scrabble, it is still Scrabble. We will be ranking them on a scale ranging from S for superb all the way down to F tier, for frankly, this one kind of sucks. So in no particular order, except the one I scripted for the video, let's begin with Spleef. A true classic. Now, unlike the others in this video, this one wasn't part of my Invented Minigame series. As if I claimed to invent Spleef, I would have a riot of angry people at my doorstep. And I'm sure I'm not the first person to hook it up to a basalt generator either. Although it does make for a cool regenerative platform. Honestly, Spleef is great. You finish a game and you just want to play another. And like all the best minigames, it's a concept so simple, anyone can build it. And for a game that dates back 14 years, I cannot give it any lower than A tier. Boom. And now we have our baseline, it's time to rank all the minigames I have invented. Let's start off with one of my most popular ones, Colour Splat. I love Colour Splat. How it works is you spawn at the bottom of a ladder and have to fight your way up to the top, only to then jump into water and place your colour wall. It also changes the colour of the adjacent blocks around you, so this incentivizes riskier jumps. What's great about this is it requires no redstone, so absolutely anyone can build it. I've had a great time searching videos up online watching people play this in their own single player worlds. If any of my minigames have a chance to become a Minecraft classic, it is this one, A tier. Now for the complete opposite, as I talk about Drip Drop. This game involves tridents hitting dripstone, where one person has to dodge the falling dripstone, while the hunters have to eliminate him. This worked well for a video, but when you actually go to play it, you realise that it just kinda sucks. It's too hard to land a hit, you can't be precise enough with your aiming, and it's almost impossible to guess the right depth. And worst of all, it's just boring. Not one of my friends has ever said to me, "Hey Gerg, can we play another round of Drip Drop?" Absolute F tier. In fact, at the bottom of F tier. This one is the worst. Now, moving down next door, we have Bowman Blitz. This is a very simple game in concept. Not in redstone, I mean, look at this. Good luck. No, it's because it's the only minigame I've made so far intended for only one player. Simply, you stand on this platform and targets will pop in and out and you have to shoot them with a bow and arrow. Harder targets stay visible for longer, and after the time limit, you write down your score and compare it to others. Easy enough. Personally, I would have given this one a C tier. As to me, it's a very simple game, but my friends insist that it's a B tier, because really, you can make any number of custom maps for it, which I guess is true, but I'm not doing that, so C tier it goes. Cry about it. Next up is Run! What a great game Run is. I mean, I know I'm a bit biased and all, but pretty cool. In Run, you have a large glass chamber where every round players take turns placing blocks to make the parkour course increasingly harder, all while racing a clock. So what's awesome about Run is that every time you play it, it's just a bit different. You never know what you're gonna get. Will it be a bunch of hard jumps or some door shenanigans? It's a true test of skill, and all it needs is the simplest redstone to work. And after all, this tier list is based on how fun the games are to play, and Run is one of the few we have gone back to play just for fun. So for me, this gets an S tier. And just for interest, here's the original version of Run from a few years back. Ugly! Right, I have 20 minigames, and so far I've only talked about 5 of them, so what we need is a speed round. Joust. It's very simple, but it has very annoying hitboxes. It's not bad, but nobody's gonna play it more than once. D tier. Dodgeball is actually the way I found out about Minecraft Championship, because every comment on the video was telling me that it shares a name with something over there. Other than that, it's kinda boring. C tier. Battleship. It might be better if it's on a larger than 4x4 grid, but just like the real game, it's just a bunch of guesswork. So you know what I say? Play the lottery instead. You might win. C tier. Monopoly. It's Monopoly in Minecraft. D tier. Scrabble. I mean, I guess it's more fun than Monopoly, but I never want to make map art ever again in my life, so C tier. And Fish Slap. This was my on-the-spot backup to Scrabble when I messed up the map data. What's funny is this ended up being way more fun. A tier. And Speed Round Over. Whew, that should catch us up. Now we only have 9 more to go. I need to stop making minigames. Okay, golf. There's tons of ways on the internet people have made golf in Minecraft, from throwing items out your inventory or launching ender pearls, but my favourite is the armor stand method, as it allows different clubs for different uses, and it's a nice visual indicator of where your ball is. What's great about golf is it's not a set thing. You can make as many courses as you like, and you can add as many contraptions or twists as you can think of to keep it interesting. I found it very easy to come up with 9 unique holes for a full course, so A tier. Next is Hot-Headed. Hot-Headed, my nemesis. Not that I dislike it, in fact I like it a lot, but this just happened to be an absolute hassle for me for the longest time. So originally I made a prototype for Hot-Headed back in 1.15, which is this ugly thing over here. The platforms would raise randomly with no indicator, and the slime would just slow you down. It was awful. But with a bit of redstone help from a friend, and some fundamental mechanic changes to the game, we've made it in its current form today. Dodging platforms with extreme speed, it's very high action and a ton of fun. That is, if you're not expected to film a video on it, because fitting camera angles inside this small little room was awful, especially when your target is a vertical video, which limits you even more. Still, A tier. Next is Hungry Hungry Hooks, another classic minigame I made back in 1.15. Here was the original version. As you can see, this one only had pigs, and actually had a programmed song to play as you fished. While this one didn't change as drastically as Hot-Headed, the inclusion of villagers being worth double points greatly improved the experience, as well as my skills as a builder improving over the years as well. Swanky building if I do say so myself. B tier. Next is Ballside. Yes, that is how you say it, YouTube comments. Ballside. You're so easily predictable. This one really sucked when I first made it. Originally it was played with bows. The idea is you can press buttons on your side to move your target and make your opponent miss, all while you fire at theirs. But in practice, it just didn't work. Any time you spent moving the target was time when you were not shooting and your opponent was instead, meaning you'd just lose. However, I made a small change, and instead of bows, it's crossbows, so you now have to reload between shots. And it kind of works. It improved the experience, but not enough to save it from D tier. And Drive-By. I saw a lot of love for this one when I released it. I even saw people blatantly copy and steal my video, as has happened a few times. But the truth is, this game always sucked from the start. Well, to be the shooter at least. Because aiming in this game is incredibly difficult and restrictive. And simply when on a server, the arrows do not go where you aim, making this more about luck than any semblance of skill. Which I think's a real shame, because the idea is solid and could 100% work. But the way Minecraft servers handle arrows when shooting from moving boats makes it nigh impossible to play. So it pains me, it really does, but F tier. It just does not work. Time for Anvil Drop, which might be one of the worst names I've ever thought of for a minigame. So boring. Anvil Drop. Ugh. At least it's descriptive, as there are anvils, and you do indeed drop them. However, I prefer the name OSHA Violation, but that implies I allow OSHA anywhere near my games. It's pretty good though, it's very fast paced and intense, and what I like is you can't press the buttons and see where the anvils are dropping at the same time, which adds to the suspense. And it's certainly satisfying to crush your opponent with one giant crunk. Personally, I thought this was A tier, but my friends rated it as B. But you know what? It's my list, so yeah, A tier. And oh my god, it's the last one, Bomberman, which while I said I invented, I'm certainly not the first to make it. But it is how I titled my series, so I'm sticking with it. And hey, as far as I can tell, I was the first to introduce the self-igniting TNT and using different blocks with various blast resistance. Or maybe I'm not. Let me know in the comments and I will be sure to delete them. But anyway, this minigame is simply so much fun, and we've gone out of our way to play this numerous times, both on and off camera. And if you build any minigames on this video, I recommend this one. It's just so much fun to blow up your friends. So this one is going in S tier, the very top. And finally, we are wait, it's not the last one. Because while I was working on this video, I made another Minecraft minigame, Burnout. This one is new, but let's go over it anyway. So there's this big tunnel, 200 blocks long, and you're given an elytra and 2 rockets and have to fly from one end all the way to the other as a group. But each time you're given a lava bucket and can place it somewhere in the tunnel to make the journey harder. How it works is when you burn up and die, you're out. And if you don't make it with the rockets you have, you're also out. So the last one left wins. It's like an aerial, faster version of Run, where instead of taking turns, everyone goes at the same time. Which consequently does mean it has less strategy, but it's a lot more hectic and manic, which is kind of fun. It's alright, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. And with that, we have the full list. The ultimate Minecraft minigame tier list. At least until 1 week from now, when I inevitably make another one. But I guess you'll just have to subscribe to find out. Or don't, I'll probably show up in your feed anyway. And if you want to build or try any of these minigames on this video, check my Discord for schematics and a world download. But with me done shilling my channel, video over, bye!